this is the action for the 33B. It's dated 1867, and I don't think it's been dusted in the 150 years of its life. I want to take a moment to note the dirt. It'll never be like this again, at least not for another 150 years, and the reason I'm looking at it and hoping to document it a bit is just to show that the cleaning of these actions is a considerable part of working on them, because you can't work on them when they're this filthy because you can't keep anything clean, and they're not worth. Take a quick look at the action from one end to the other. Start with the front rail punchings and the ivory fronts. Everything I'm seeing here looks quite original from one end to the other. Those are the original thin red felt punchings, and I imagine I'm going to try and preserve those for sure. The ivory fronts are, as you can see, uniformly checked, and some of them are moving about a bit. They'll have to be readhered, but they're ivory, they're original, they're there, so they will be preserved. Up above, the ivories and the ivory tops themselves are really quite nice. They show wear in the middle, slight but noticeable, and that green piece of tape covers a chip that I am quite despondent over, and I will make some repairs before I show it to anybody. At the moment it's just covered up so that I don't make it worse or cut myself on it. So these are the ivories and the original ebonies. The next point of inspection would be the balance rail mortises, and they look uniformly worn and dirty. See if I can't zoom in here a little bit on them, see if this thing will refocus. They do have felt. They are not leather, and they are not bare wooden mortises, which was not unheard of at some points. So these look pretty good. Probably just need replacement of that worn felt. And they're pretty much all the same from one end to the other. And from the other angle, you can see just how black things really are. But you can also see how nice and even it is in general, and that it is in really well preserved condition. And so, you know, hammers have seen better days, clearly. But just the dirtiness is what I'm looking at right now. And here we see the back side of the action. You can see that they have a kind of a triangular shaped lifting tab. and we're missing one. These ones over here are about 4 millimeters thick. The ones in the base section, way over there, are 2 millimeters thick for some curious reason. But I will look into whether I can preserve these or whether they're too hammered out. Cloths that get pounded often can't be saved in that the felting process sort of never stops happening, and once felted deeper they can't be untangled and unfelted. So I will probably have to replace a lot of the contact felts and leathers with fresh material, but it's available.